Okay guys, so I am scaling up a new offer from 0 to 10K, and I wanted to walk through all the steps that I'm going to be taking, but more importantly, how you can do something similar with your own offer or your own product. So let's get started. A lot of people, I think on Twitter, they kind of mistakenly think that like going viral or trying to make these spammy IG or TikTok videos is the way to scale. But in my opinion, I think the best way is using cold email plus cold DMs just to start out. So let's go over the offer and kind of I'll explain the thought process and reasoning of why I picked this offer. So the offer is the Faceless X strategy. So I'll leave a document of the offer below so you guys can read it. But basically, this is like the entire strategy. And yeah, right now it's starting at 1,000 per month, and then we're scaling it up to probably 2K per month as we get more clients. But basically, what we're doing is we're doing like a done for you Twitter management service. So we'll like post on your behalf. So that's the offer, and we're targeting companies that sell to other companies. So it's B2B, and that's like the second lesson, which is you want to make sure that you have your target audience very clear in mind. So the entire strategy is I'm going to first find out all of the companies that might be interested. So first one is getting the leads. And then after we get the leads, we will create the cold email. So I've already created the cold email and I've already started the campaign, but I'm going to show you guys the exact script I'm using so that you can copy for your own cold email strategy. And then also probably in future videos, I'll be like updating you guys with all the stats and kind of who replied and kind of the response rate. So be sure to subscribe to see that. So that's step two, which is writing the cold emails and sending off the campaigns. And then the third step, which is just sending over Loom videos. So this is like if they respond in a positive manner and they're more interested in the offer, then I'm going to send over videos explaining the offer. Plus, I'll also send over a Calendly just to book sales calls if they need that extra step. So these are like the three primary actions that you guys can also copy. The other thing that I forgot to mention is that I guess step zero is that you need a good offer. So I'll like probably make a separate video on this, but essentially like this is probably the key part, which is like when you make the offer, you want to make sure that it's really relevant for cold traffic. So this isn't selling to a warm audience where they're kind of familiar with your face and your personal brand, but when you sell to cold traffic, you have to make sure that whatever you're offering, they can make back 2 to 5x their money that they spend on the offer itself. So that's the key thing, which is like the ROI is very important in terms of like how you structure and how you like message in your traffic. So these are like the three steps that we will be taking in this challenge, and this will probably be like a 30-day challenge where I'll update you guys on like a weekly basis. So yeah, let's get right into the actual email. So I've already set up the Instantly account, and I've imported all the leads. So here are all the leads I can see. So I scraped all the leads from a different email service. So I'll make a separate video on that just because I don't want this video getting too long. But there's like a bunch of ways that you can scrape leads. You can buy them off of Fiverr, Upwork, whatnot. So you guys can probably just use AI to kind of explain like how you can get leads. But if you guys are interested, I'll make a separate video for that. So I have the leads here, and then the other thing that I wanted to mention is that when you have your email sequence, you want to make sure that you have at least three. So basically, most people, they'll see the first email and then they won't really respond. But what I found is that in the third email, if you mention that it's the last attempt, then they're actually a lot more willing to respond just because they know it's like the last chance for them to reply. So this isn't guaranteed that they'll respond in a positive manner, but it is just like what I noticed is that through a lot of testing that if you mention last attempt, they actually will respond. So if you want to ask them like why they didn't want to buy your offer, that's also a great chance to do it, just because they probably won't respond after this email. But yeah, like here is the 3 emails. So I'll go over each one and the intent behind all the emails. So basically for the first email, we're just going through the offer itself and just being super direct. Probably the subject line can be like improved. Like in most cases, I just use quick question and this like does the job. If you want to add their first name, this also improves the conversion rate in terms of like open rate. So just have quick question, first name, and you can also A/B test them. But I found that if you have a really good offer, like that's the key thing, which is just having the good offer. So is company open to testing a new lead channel? I am running. All right, whatever. So I run a done for you faceless Twitter account for SaaS challenges. This honestly could probably be improved because it's selling the service and not so much like creating mystery and intrigue. So basically with the first email, you just want to make it like mysterious enough for them to respond with yes. Like that's the entire goal of the first email, and it's not to sell them on the first email, but it's to get them to respond so that you can reply with a Loom video or you can reply with your calendar. So basically like this is like probably a good example of like what you should not do, because basically here we're selling like the feature too hard, right? So like what we should probably do is make it a bit more mysterious, which is like let me use Garen and kind of like show you guys what you would write. So you just go in here and then just say like this is okay, because I think I had someone on the team write this with ChatGPT and it's not great. So probably what I would change it to is make it more mysterious. So I would just tell Garen to rewrite it so that it's more mysterious and to have them respond yes. So that's like the main thing, which is you just want them to respond. And while it's generating, you can see that we can read through the responses. Probably what I would change it to is something like would you be interested in a service where you can generate leads on autopilot from X. And then one thing I noticed is that in the first line, if you're super direct of why you're contacting them, it also helps. So maybe like for this email, for this campaign, what I can do is like I'm trying to do a challenge where I spin up a new offer and help at least 6 clients, 6 companies scale, improve their get more leads from X. So, social media platform growing really fast. And then would you guys be interested in a service or can? So something like this. Probably it can be tweaked a little bit more, but just be super direct of why you're contacting them, and then kind of just make it a bit more mysterious of how you're planning to help them. And then probably like if they're interested, then you can spin up a follow-up. Also like you can create a bunch of variations. So like in Garen, what you can do is, let's say you spin up a new AI chat, you just tell it to create a bunch of variations, paste it, and then just say I like how it is mysterious, but also I want to be clear with my intentions, because the goal is just to get them to say yes. So that's like the core thing, which is you want to be clear with your intentions and you just want them to respond with yes. And then while it's generating, I'll show you guys the other 2 emails that are in the sequence. So for the second email, you just want to follow up with like social proof. So in this case, like we don't really have social proof, so you can probably mention that I helped local rank scale to whatever with this strategy, and then you'd be like worth a chat. So just make it super simple, like social proof and then question, and then in the last email you can just say this is the last attempt. So yeah, like let's go over to Garen and kind of see what the response is. So here are the 4 variations. So you can see that I'm doing this wild challenge where I build a brand new service and help 6 companies get more leads from X. Think you will be down. So yeah, like this is like probably a lot better than like the one I wrote. So you guys can see that just being super clear with like what you want with the prompt actually generates better results. So this one's pretty good. So I'll probably stick with this one if the others aren't that great. Running this crazy experiment when I launch. Yeah, so this is like pretty good. Doing this challenge where I create a new offer from scratch and help them. This is pretty good. Probably not the one I would go with, but it's like not bad. And then this one, so like probably if you say that you're starting it out, it's a bit better. And then yeah, like you can just like copy this, running this crazy experiment. Honestly, I like the first one better, so I'll just copy this. So this is the first email up here. So you just want to copy paste this. To try a done for you service. Scale local rank to yeah, so this is great. And then you could probably even mention like I even recorded a YouTube video for it that I don't mind sending. So I'll probably send like my other video that I recorded. So yeah, like just having like a real purpose of like why you're doing the challenge will help with them responding. And then just make sure that you're responding with social proof. Like if you've never done it before, then be honest. But if you have social proof, then it's great to add it in the first email. So yeah, it's like pretty simple. This is like all we need. And then if you want to create more variations of the email, then you can do it with Garen. So let me show you guys how you do it like with this one. Like let's just like copy this one and just say, I don't like how this sounds, but I like that it's short. And then you can create 4 variations. So yeah, just do that. And then if you want to A/B test it, you can, but I think like the offer is like much more valuable than just A/B testing headlines and the actual body content. So just make sure the offer is like super good. Like with our offer, it's like great because we've already done it before, so it's not like we're spinning it up from scratch. So yeah. Let's see, what did this create? So you can see that hey there. Also with Garen, like probably like not all the content is like usable, so just being transparent. So like probably what you can do is just like copy and paste the like parts of the response that are actually useful. So for this one, you can probably just copy this part and just say that yeah, like this is good, so I'll just keep it this, and then just put your name, or don't even need it. Let's see what we did for our one account signature. What do we even put up here? Okay, so yeah, that's great. That is it. This video is getting a bit long, so I'll cut it here. I'll record another video probably at the end of this week to show you guys all the replies I get. Right now we have 1 campaign, and let's see how many sequences we're sending. So we're sending, we need to actually add all of our emails. I'll just do like 400 emails per day. And then yeah, I will show you guys at the end of this week of all the people that responded.